Having a sibling is like living in a maximum security prison and your only cellmate is a serial killer. Like, they might be nice for a little bit, but eventually they're gonna do what they know best. They're gonna come after you, especially if the guards aren't looking. One time when I was still a baby ball, my sister was painting something, but instead of using a perfectly good, clean canvas to paint on, she decided to paint the next whitest thing. Me. What? So from head to toe, only wearing a diaper, I was now completely blue. Of course, it wore off after a while. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I'm not blue anymore. I'm still blue! Me and my sister were also big fans of Wizards of Waverly Place. If you don't know anything about it, there's wizards in it, and you can become a full wizard, which is basically like a more complete, better wizard. They're more powerful. She convinced me that we were both wizards, but our parents weren't somehow. And if we told them that we would fucking die, dude, she was crazy. She somehow convinced me that she was the only full wizard in the family, and so only she could see all the cool wizard shit. So we would hop on a broom together and supposedly get transported into Wizard World, where only she could see all the wizard stuff, and I'd just like stand next to her and go, all right, yeah, cool. She also taped 2 hats together back to back and convinced me that it was a mind reading device. So we would both put it on, and she would be like, what am I thinking about? And I would go, fuck, I don't fucking know, a rhinoceros. And she would go, oh fuck, you read my mind. The worst was when she tried to introduce me to her invisible friend. I don't remember what her name was. We're just gonna call her Cindy. So when I met Cindy, for whatever reason, I decided to practice her name 3 times and just say it, Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. And for whatever reason, this absolutely set off my sister. Cause according to her, if you say someone's name 3 times, they just fucking die. So for a while, I was convinced that I murdered someone. That was pretty cool. But of course, I wasn't a little angel myself. We would bicker and fight all the time, and the blame could be shifted to either one of us. Anytime I was mad at her, I would just sprint into her room and go ham on her dolls. Rip off their clothes, give them wedgies, and then peel out. That's probably why she pushed me down the stairs. I don't really blame her. And speaking of pushing down the stairs, I had a good friend when I was little. We'll call him Bill, and his brother Jimmy. They used to have beef that was so intense, it made me and my sister look like ants. And one day, Jimmy was getting on Bill's nerves, so he decided to push him down the stairs. Jimmy was tumbling down the stairs at the speed of a supersonic jet, and then slammed his head directly into a wall. If this was any other kid, I swear their brain would have popped out. But after a few seconds of silence, he just slowly looked up and started laughing like a supervillain. I couldn't even process what was happening before he started chasing Bill. I'm still convinced to this day that he has the thickest skull on earth. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That house was WWE 24/7. We could just be chilling on some Minecraft and then Jimmy would run around the corner and RKO Bill. And it wasn't long before they started to use weaponry. They would beat the ever-living shit out of each other with plastic lightsabers. And half the time they missed, they would hit fans, chairs, knickknacks, you name it. But eventually they got tired of their barbaric ways and decided to bear arms. Somehow they deconstructed Nerf bullets, so instead of a nice fluffy tip that just bounces off you, they replaced them with fucking tacks. Every time they'd shoot these things, they would hang off their bodies after they made contact. It's freaking me out just thinking about it, dude. But it's experiences like these that make me really thankful for my sister, because she never put me through anything like that. And I've heard even crazier stories from other people's siblings. So if you got any good ones, throw them in the comments. I want to read them. I forgot to add this in, but if you have a sister that makes you sit through her dance recitals where 99% of the time you're just sitting there watching other people's kids flop around on stage for hours on end, I absolutely feel for you. That shit was hell for me, bro.